Hi, I'm Jessica Harvey from the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation.
And I'm Chad Bush, Conservation Officer from the Department of Environment.
Welcome to Stingray City Sandbar. As you know, Stingray City Sandbar is a designated wildlife interaction zone where visitors are allowed to feed and handle stingrays. Over 1 million people visit the sandbar each year, making it the single most important tourist attraction to the Cayman Islands economy. What makes it so special are the people who take care of it. You. Today we're going to be working with the Department of Environment to go over some interesting facts about stingrays, review the WIZ zone rules, and discuss how to properly handle stingrays. About 100 southern stingrays visit the sandbar every day. Some may be over 50 years old. Every 6 months, the Guy Harvey Research Institute monitors the stingrays as part of an ongoing project started in 2002. Each one is tagged with a unique microchip, which allows us to identify them. This is a marine version of the tag you'd use on a pet. Females dominate the sandbar by 7 to 1 and are twice as big as males. You can tell the difference between males and females by the presence of claspers, the male reproductive organ. Stingrays are fish composed almost entirely of cartilage, with remaining parts made up of hardened calcium. Their eyes, chemoreceptors, smell and taste, mechanoreceptors, i.e. lateral line and hearing, and electroreceptors are used to detect cues associated with food. Their main source of food includes crustaceans, shellfishes, and polychaetes. Once food is detected in the sand, they hover over it and push water through their nostrils to blow the sand away. Since these rays live just above the sand, or hide under it, spiracles on top and gills underneath allow them to breathe. Females give birth to 1 to 4 fully formed pups. Once born, these pups are completely independent. As the name suggests, each stingray is equipped with at least 1 barb on their tails. It has serrated edges and is venomous, so it can give a painful sting.
Wildlife management falls under the responsibility of the Department of Environment. The WIZ zone regulations were put in place in 2007 with assistance from several scientific collaborators to protect both stingrays and people. They are also completely protected under the National Conservation Law 2013, making it illegal to harm, take, or possess stingrays.
So what are the rules relating to the WIZ zone? Before heading to Stingray City Sandbar, make sure that your valid WIZ entry permit stickers are displayed in a visible location on either side of the vessel. The name of the vessel should be clearly marked, and it should be operated by an employee of the company which owns the vessel. The permit holder must comply with all the provisions of the National Conservation Law. Boats are to be anchored in water no shallower than 3 feet deep. This is to prevent boats from running aground and the stingrays being injured by propellers. Check to make sure there are no rays or people in the way before you drop your anchor. No footwear of any kind is allowed to be worn at the sandbar. Gloves, however, can be permitted with prior consent from the National Conservation Council. Fishing of any kind is strictly prohibited in the entire WIZ. Diving is also not allowed at Stingray City Sandbar without prior consent from the National Conservation Council. When feeding the stingrays, the approved foods are ballyhoo and squid, and only 1 pound of food can be fed to the rays per trip. The sandbar is closed after 2 p.m. on weekends and after 3 p.m. on public holidays to permitted commercial vessels. Commercial vessels are permitted to carry up to 100 passengers on board per trip and stay at the site for up to 1 hour per trip. A maximum of 20 boats are permitted to be at the site and up to 1,500 people in the water at one time. Last but not least, vessels must maintain an operational holding tank and not permit any marine head installed in the vessel to discharge directly into the waters of any WIZ. Now let's talk about stingray handling. As mentioned earlier, stingrays are composed of cartilage, but even cartilage has limits. If bent too far, the cartilage can break and diminish the stingray's ability to swim. The stingray's skin is also delicate and can scratch easily. Apply sunscreen well in advance of handling and wash hands before touching a ray. When holding a ray, the stingray should rest on your open arms with its underside on the palms of your hands. Do not grab or restrain the stingray. If it moves around, just simply move with it, keeping its nose towards your body. Their spiracles should be submerged at all times. This is to ensure a good experience with the people and the stingray. Lifting the rays out of the water is prohibited. It causes stress as they are unable to breathe. This includes a sombrero, water squirt, and kissing on the mouth demonstrations. Our research shows approximately a third of the females at this site are pregnant throughout the year. Some rays are more visibly pregnant than others, so stress on the rays can cause early termination of pregnancy. This is just another reason why care and respect of each ray is so important. If you do see an injured stingray, please report the sighting immediately to the Department of Environment or the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation. Failure to comply with the conditions of the WIZ permit and/or the National Conservation Law can lead to stiff penalties and fines, including suspension or revocation of the permit. We all benefit from Stingray City. Our stingrays are loved and the visitors can't wait to return. Let's work together to keep this place safe and healthy for both stingrays and the people who visit. With your help, we can make sure this resource continues to thrive. On behalf of the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation and the Department of Environment, thank you for watching.